Hi, cities. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Simnaya. And thank you all so much for all the love and support. I hope you all are doing great. So, since last week to this very moment, some videos and tweets of some influencers, right? Influencers actually been flying around and showing the things they said against people that look like me and all that, right? And this young lady actually came out to talk about the real victims of white people's childhood racism. So she told her story that she actually went to a predominantly all white school and it was like the worst experience ever. Now, you all already know that I have been saying this. When you have children, make sure you put them where they will see people that look like them, not in a predominant, right? Because it messes them up mentally and otherwise, right? And you can also hear from her voice that she is still very much hurting from whatever she may have experienced for at that time, and she is really saying that you all can do better. Yes. Now, let me take this back. Like I keep saying it, a lot of white women are always like, how can we work with you people? But you all see so many things happening to people that look like me. That is where you all are supposed to start from. And moreover, we do not need to tell you because you all already know we've been complaining, we've been saying it. You all have so much power to end so many things that is affecting us. Let's get into this.
Right now, there's been a lot of white influencers who are getting exposed for their racist pasts, and I have like a different think piece that I want to share with you all, but specifically these women getting exposed, since I feel like it's a bit of a different perspective than other people have been sharing. My name is Alexis. I went to a high school with predominantly white people. Some of these people have actually gained their own platforms on apps like this since high school. So I wanted to share my story specifically because I'm a good representation of the kind of lives you guys destroy with your racism. Growing up, my sisters and I faced horrible racism from people that would now say that they are anti-racist, that they are vehemently against racism, but that doesn't change our childhood. We've experienced things like getting photos drawn of us by our classmates with them pointing weapons against our heads. We'd have football games where the students would make the theme whiteout and write posts like wear your natural skin color, or when our games were in predominantly black areas, they would make the theme riot shields and police gear. One time I had to sit in an auditorium of my class chanting Bob Ewell, the name Bob Ewell, which is the character in To Kill a Mockingbird that lynches the black character, and that was the book that we were reading in school at the time. I'm still clearly very traumatized by this. I've had people call me names and draw parallels to me and the black victims of unarmed shootings by the police at the time. One time I walked into lunch a little bit late. Right where I sat on my lunch table, there was a swastika drawn on my seat. And this happened like every day for a week. And it's like, I was terrified to go to school almost every day. This was also during like a period of time where there was a lot of mass shootings going on in America. And I can't even describe to you the terror and anxiety. Like every day I was having a mental breakdown and having to go to the nurse's office. Every day I had to go to the principal's office and like report a new thing for them not to do anything. I even had to go all the way to going to the police because people were calling me slurs and threatening my life. And no one ever did anything because racism is not taken seriously. By white people especially. Racism is just not taken seriously at all. I'm very grateful that nothing happened to me, that everything was all just talk or just to terrorize black people, I guess. But what people don't talk about and realize is like how that will affect you emotionally as a person. Like I think what happened to me as a young child has impacted my life so deeply, so emotionally. Like I feel so emotionally terrorized. You can see it, hear it in my voice, and I will never be the same. It has affected every relationship I've ever had, the relationship that I have with myself, the way that I see myself, and the way that I think other people see me. It's truly, I like wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. It's something that I'm gonna live with forever, and it's so heavy, so heavy. And I think just the message that I want to say about situations like these of just like white people being racist in their childhood as like a phase, you affect real people, and you being racist puts such a trauma onto the people of color in your life that they're going to have to deal with every single day until they die. What that means is If you have to apologize or feel guilty or feel like shit every single day for the rest of your life for this racism that you grew out of, that is what you deserve. If you're a white person and you're looking into my eyes right now, hopefully you can see the pain of what your racism in childhood, how that impacts real life black people, because it's like racism is not just a concept, it's a thing that you are employing onto a real person. I hope that you feel guilty for the rest of your life, because I feel traumatized and emotionally vulnerable for the rest of my life, and I didn't deserve that. So much of the conversation has shifted into these white people, oh, they've grown, they've changed, they see the importance of Black Lives Matter, they went out and protested, they donate money, they've educated themselves, and that's great and that's so important. And I hope that this message doesn't detract from the fact that we should be doing that. We should all be learning more to educate and rewire our brains out of, these racist thinking and tendencies that we have. But along with that message, I hope you know that if you feel guilty forever, if people out here are making you feel guilty about these things that you've said for the rest of your life, that is justified. Because we are going to feel this way because of your racism that you have now grown out of. We were the collateral damage of that, and we are going to feel this way forever. I'm very glad that you've changed and you've learned and you feel like you are a newer, better person now. But whenever you get frustrated or upset for people bringing up things that you've done in the past that were racist, that were unkind, and you're like, oh, why can't people just let this go? Like, I've addressed this once. Can we shut it down? No, we should be able to address it forever. And you're just going to have to live with that. You have to live with the fact that your racism impacts other people for the rest of your life. It's not something that should even be done begrudgingly. Like, you should do that with as much ease as you were to be racist when you were younger. That's the least that you can do to be accountable for your actions and the way that you hurt other people. Because the frustration that you maybe feel from people bringing up the unsavory parts of your past, the parts that you feel like you've grown out of, it's nowhere near the frustration that I feel for having to go through that due to people like you. Thank you for hearing me out. I hope you feel bad about what you did forever.
So this is all I got from this video, and you could hear from her voice that she is still traumatized and all that. And like I keep saying, I think racism is something that I truly did not understand how the concept started and how it is like, because reality is that it has actually eaten so deep into some people's blood that if they don't do their thing, they will not be themselves. So they're always one way or the other looking for someone to inflict pains or someone to cause, But it's really amazing how it's just a set of people that do that a lot, because it's very rare it's kind of rare. I am not saying it's not happening, but it's rare to see other people, come out, say some mean things or do some mean things to people that look like me. And I'm very happy that she is still very much alive, because I don't know what she went through during that, but from her voice and her explanation, you can also see that she is still terrified to this moment, because there are some things that happens to you that you will never forget. And then this is also one of the reasons why they keep asking you, why am I supposed to feel bad for but some of them are exactly what their ancestors are. The same thing, the same way they operated, their own ancestors operated, is still the same way they are operating to this very moment. We cannot keep lecturing, we cannot keep educating you people, and I am really tired of educating you people. You all can do better. Because waking up every day to so many things on the internet, saying the way you people make us look like we do not worth being among you, or it is not also our world, it is your world, it is your world against our world, right? We are trying as much as we can to keep our life in place and make sure that we dismantle the system that has been oppressing us. But the more we work harder, the more you all also increase your rates the season towards people that look like me, right? And it is really time, and it starts with you, not with me, because we are the receiver and you all are the ones giving it to us, right? You all can work towards yourself, educate yourselves. We cannot do it. We've been doing the job for you all, but we are no longer ready to do any job for you. And like I keep saying, civil rights racism is something that could, like, in a twinkle of an eye, it could be solved. Probably not in a twinkle of an eye, but white women can do that. They have that power, right? But no, it is none of their business. Rather, they will rather come on the internet to tell you they are black women. They will tell you that they are allies. But then come out in the next 2 months, you really will see the true color of them. They are black women. How do you feel about it? It looks like last week and this week that they are like, this is a new week already, that they are on a roll. They will tell you that how do we work together? But they see people like me being unalive every day and they never speak of it. So how do you want to help us? How? If you are the ones you are seeing, you are not saying anything. How do I tell you what I want? See you all in my next video. Bye for now.